The curtain opens. We see Leporello whinging about working for a title character who hasn't appeared yet. When he does show up, he's dragging some strange blonde woman behind him, who's yelling very suspiciously softly that she's being raped. Don't laugh, rape isn't funny. Her old man then shows up and fights Giovanni, getting stabbed, yet still has the lung function and abdominal control to sing for another minute and 13 seconds. There's some willpower there. By the way, they make a giant fucking statue of him. This is important later. The woman then bothers to sing for another 8 minutes about how her father's dead, which we've known since he stopped singing and pulled the red cloth out of his shirt. Then lots of Italian and Giovanni's crazy ex Elvira shows up looking for him with a gun. These lyrics make Carrie Underwood seem like a fucking angel. Giovanni doesn't recognise her and tries to seduce her, but when he finds out it's her, he scarpers, leaving his servant Leporello to 6 minutes of exposition about how Giovanni's seen more vaginas than a free clinic gynecologist. I also have a hard time accepting that he slept with over 1,003 women in Spain alone, from all social circles, and none of them have ever met. Next scene, a peasant wedding. Giovanni sees the bride and thinks, hey, she's a female with a pulse, I'll have a go. Zerlina, the bride, sees this strange nobleman and for some reason says, I think I'll introduce myself. Mazzetto, her husband, is definitely put right out when they get invited to the palace and leaves his bride alone with Giovanni, calling his fiancée a bunch of nasty names. Mazzetto, you wanker. After he leaves, it takes Giovanni another song about holding hands, which I think he ripped off from the Beatles, to seduce Zerlina, and then gets cock-blocked by his crazy ex again. It happens to the best of us. Don Ottavio and Donna Anna show up and ask Giovanni for his help in finding Anna's father's killer, when it's obvious that he himself is the killer. He hasn't even bothered to change his clothes. Then Elvira shows up again. Isn't this a party? She and Giovanni have the Italian equivalent of a trailer park argument. She calls him out on being an asshole, and he tries to cover by saying she's just crazy. Then Anna has 10 minutes of singing to reveal that it was Giovanni who raped her, then rejects Ottavio again. Giovanni hightails it, then sings about how he wants to throw a giant party, of course making Leporello do everything, then leaves the stage, singing about champagne. Wish I was rich like that. Zerlina shows up at the party unmolested, and when Mazzetto is angry and suspicious, she sings like the strong, independent woman she is for Mazzetto to beat her. Italian family counselling, everyone. But then again, it's set in Spain. Giovanni throws a giant kegger, and 3 masked people, looking conspicuously like Ottavio, Anna and Elvira, arrive and are welcomed without a second glance. They then reveal themselves as who we knew they were from the beginning, and crash the party, accusing Giovanni, and listening to him yell about how even if hell itself should accuse him, heaven can sod off. I can only assume that everyone else is scarpered, because that's the end of the act.